back with Dragon Age Inquisition. We're just about to bust into this place. So without further ado, we're just gonna get right into it. You guys remember we kind of have a full inventory right now, so we're gonna have to destroy some stuff because I'm not fast traveling, no flipping where. Now I know our people are currently wearing the best they can, so that's why I'm sort of ignoring what we got. So destroy them if they're like 30 and under. There we go, got some space now.
No normal wolf would fight with such determination.
The breach may have driven them mad, or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
What wolf? There's wolves? A big boy. I'm gonna get this though. Onyx. God, there's a lot of climbing in here. There's a mosaic. Wee plop. Wee plop. Yeah, we'll take this ground floor here. Well, it's only elf fruit. Oh, what is that? Thanks. Yeah, may as well grab it while I'm here. Buddy! Down, is there no up? Hide behind the box. We should probably back up in a second. Big boy, aren't you? Solus, move. picked up a masterwork armor though. Looks good. Yay, our key! An unsigned letter. Awesome. Anything over there? Nope. Move! Oh, for fuck's sake, then. Ah, sorry. I'm not in combat. Why is... Oh, it's under a shield. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely not going to beat what I've got. So... Ooh. Level 8 though. Keep that one for Cassandra. Extra health! I'll give you that. Ability duration, damage.
I assume you've heard about Prince Sebastian, Varric.
I know he invaded Kirkwall. Are you going to blame me for that too?
I wasn't trying to...
You weren't trying to remind me how bad it is in Kirkwall, so you decided to talk about it?
I thought you might be concerned. It is your home.
Wait,
Of
Sebastian
course I'm
invaded
concerned.
Kirkwall?
I don't need you prodding me with a
Oh,
stick to
pig
prove
sticks. There we go. What was I doing? I mean, Cassandra tries. She's just not the most socially adept. You know, she knows her job. She knows what she's got to do. She's not so much a people person. Look, let me out. Move. So let's move. Where is it? Over that way. Wonder why there's a collection of them. Ow, stick this pointy stick where you don't want it.
Nothing.
We should push ahead. I doubt that was the last of them.
See, I'm this weirdo who doesn't like to leave something behind, even if I've got no room for it. Because you know I'm not going to remember where it is to be able to come pick it up later. Good idea though, because that camp is there. So if we can make it to that camp, we can fast travel back to Haven, sell all our stuff, and then come back to where we are without having to trek all this way again. Still can't find the 3 bleeding waterfalls though. Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna stop attacking people. Alright, anything that's not blue. Why are their eyes green? That's not normal. I'm probably handing these monster things as well to Minave or whatever her name is. Oh, bugger, wrong button. Wasn't it on top of there? Come on, Skyrim this. I feel like if I jump, yeah. Fine. Looks like we're walking up the hill. Made it! Hi! You came rolling out of nowhere. So I know I want to go over there, but I'll go over there after. Oh, some children. And dogs on our left. Come on, Cassandra, you got this.
One down.
See, told you you got it. Oh.
We could make camp here.
Yes, we could. And we are going to do so. Okay, it's a quest map. Of map. We want to go back to Haven. I know, let's go to the blacksmith because we still got to complete
Travel
that
safely.
flipping quest of improving our.
Do you think you can have it done by midweek?
That when Thren needs it.
Quartermaster Thren understands that your work can't be rushed, Master Harry.
Fine, fine.
So. Do I want to sell just yet? Not yet, actually. Craft armor. So we want... Let's do it for that. Because then I know I've got the stuff for it. What am I wearing though? I don't know if I've got the coat or the armor. I do one of each. There we go.
That'll do.
So we can modify armor. Oh, I can do both. Yeah, let's do that one.
That'll do.
That's a very bendy tree.
When there was no sky,
Still
maker,
got demons
you
pouring
were
out
the
of the
sky.
We need to go up here.
When there
Oh,
was
what's
no
this?
earth, you were the earth. When there was nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Yeah, that is technically
worried about
glitched,
the
that
rift.
box.
I
It'll keep
understand
saying there's something in there, but there's not.
You dislike the Templars, sister?
No. A learned child is a blessing upon his
Apothecary
parents
Adon will
and
have more
onto
pull
the
sit.
The Inquisition cannot
Oh,
remain
hello.
if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner
Hi.
of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denver, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time
Yeah,
in place.
they don't like
Divine
us.
Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Oh, might. How kind of you.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
And you are our ambassador.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Of course, of course.
We will
Turn
study
in
that.
research. I got more than that. Come on. I'm waiting for it to show up so I know that it's been put in.
If you find anything, please bring it in.
Okay.
Heaven has
Try
been
that- oh,
filled with
let's see.
silence. I knew then, and crossed my path.
So I have purpose, I think. Gather around, everybody. We're gonna look at stuff. Yay! Here we go. How many perks have I got? I got one. One. Secrets. That's what I want. So we've got 2 in here already. Let's do... Oh, I'm gonna get that one first because I'm probably gonna need it. What have we got here? Rescue soldiers, gather coins, scout the storm, close 10 of high ever. Contact Leveland. Black Imperium. No. Autumn. Not yet. Ooh. So some. Yeah, let's send them because they can show then that, you know, they're still loyal, if you will, to the Chantry.
At your service.
Just Josephine. Thank you. Now let's go sell all our junk. Oh, hi Leliana.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? the bones lying in the dust. Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what
Oh,
is
that's right,
it if not
Justinia
a
was her
game
friend.
or a cruel joke?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work
You're
then.
frustrated.
We will speak later.
I mean, Leliana has really, you know, made progress from Origins.
Though you had
Go. They don't sell for very much. So we've spoken to Josephine, we've spoken to Leliana, let's go speak with Cullen. Cullen hides out here.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
The Conclave destroyed a giant hole in the sky. Things aren't looking good.
Which is why we're needed. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps.
Oh, bless him!
Commander,
He's so
the Raiden has a
shy.
report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Oh, bless him. Remember, guys, we decided this is going to be our
Did you need
romance
something?
option here.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
You do it, boy.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the chant of transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power.
Lyrium is pretty much
we are not to seek wealth or
heroin.
acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
A life of service and sacrifice. Are Templars also expected to give up physical temptations?
Physical? Why... why would you... That's not expected. Templars can marry, although there are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission. Some may choose to give up more to prove their devotion, but it's not required.
Have you?
Me? No. I've taken no such vows. Maker's breath. Can we speak of something else?
Before coming here, my keeper suggested I avoid Templars. Do they do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates, or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely.
Welcome back, Rusky. Sorry, I've just seen your chat
We need safeguards in place
message
to
there.
protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
We're getting there. We're slowly working our way through the Hinterlands. But thought we'd come back, sell some stuff.
Why did you join the Order?
Decided that
better cause
Cullen's our
to protect
romance
those in
option this
need.
playthrough.
I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13. That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart.
Yeah, that's
Nothing
right.
was
In
typical.
Origins, in the
Before that, then?
Certain rituals
Mage,
require a full guard. A mage's
so
harrowing, for instance.
he was there.
I've
We had a bit of a
attended
crush on
few.
him.
Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Should you require anything, I'll be here. Was there
Right, I
something
think we
you
talked
needed?
about everything with him.
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports
We're just getting
their
to know our
efforts.
boy right now.
Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
Grew up in
Okay.
Ferelden, near Hongleith. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently,
Yeah.
I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Of course.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
I can't
Yes,
even remember the
but you were
conclave.
there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
I'll
There we
let
go.
you return to your work.
Should you require
We've
anything,
finished
I'll
chatting
be
with them
here.
all. Oh, and Cassandra.
Ugh.
Problem?
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool. And they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles
Exactly.
like a dog chasing
Woman
its
after my
tail.
own heart.
But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. You've said you believe you're chosen. Does that mean you believe in the Maker?
You know what? Let's say yes.
I believe he
Make
exists.
her happy.
You do? I'm surprised, but I suppose it's comforting. Surely the Maker put us both on this path for a reason. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
We're gonna say it just to keep Cassandra happy. She's very approving when we say about us believing and whatnot. Right, so back to the Hinterlands. We were over here. So these ones I think are out of our level range right now. Alright, there we go. And where were we headed? Yeah, screw it. Let's go uncover this area.
Nothing to report, sir.
I feel like we're going to be underleveled for this. Pretty with the ice like that. Three of them.
Make it take you!
He was gonna pop over here, didn't he? We can't beat him yet. Yeah, I know that's there. This area has definitely seen a bit of fire, hasn't it?
Nothing to report, sir.
Of course they're gonna throw a bear in. Why? Why do we gotta beat up the bear? Hello, what's this? Oh, this is just a transport place.
Must be something here. Let's look.
This must be the Horsemaster.
You'll be
Got
wanting to
around
speak
here
with
without
my
even
husband.
realising. Okay.
Watch yourself, Inquisition. It's ugly out there.
Yep. There's a bottle.
Name's Dennett. I served our Lehman for 30 years as Horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? This because I called you a Haller Rider? Those Haller are damn majestic beasts. I'll give my right arm to ride one. My wife Leliana manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow neck they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden Forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
Awesome.
Good to
So what
see
do
you,
you need me to do?
Inquisition.
The refugees down at the crossroads could use your help.
Right now, any food I give those luckless bastards might as well go to the rebel mages or bandits. Talk to my man Bron. He'll tell you what those folks need to protect themselves. Once that's done, I'll give as I can. I've no problem with charity, long as it's not wasted.
That's fair.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
Let's go speak to Wifey and Bron.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts, though, it's like darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Farewell.
Okay.
Good day to you.
Oh, we can't open that door yet.
The Master doesn't want me handing those refugees weapons until they've got any hope of defending themselves. If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have more warning before the next attack.
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the Master and get your people weapons.
Farewell.
Awesome. Let's see, what's this? It's a pretty horse. Right, guys, we are going to leave this video here for the moment. We've gone a little bit over the time there. I am trying to keep the times down, but you know, we get really engrossed in this, and yeah, we just go off on a tangent. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, hit that like and subscribe button. Those of you guys who are watching on Twitch right now, you can find my YouTube details in my bio here. So be sure to go check out some of the videos on there. I got a lot more than what's on my
Twitch. I have heard that your
Twitch.
books are very popular, Master Tethras.
I do all right.
Yeah, so leave a
glad
comment
of
if
it.
you want to see more.
Really?
And
No sarcasm.
as
no
always,
superior
we shall see you
attitude?
guys in
We
the
live in a dark and
next
angry
video.
time, Child of the Stone.
Um,
So much of what
bye
people
for now.